Hi, welcome to the video. This video aims to show you how to unblock a sunroof on an early, newer shape Volkswagen Beetle. This one's actually a year 2000. It's a UK model, right-hand drive, and the problem that I've been experiencing is on both sides of the car we've had a lot of damp on the carpets. You can see these are, you can hear it, they're soaking wet. Damp carpets in the front and quite often damp carpets in the back as well, as a result of the water travelling rearwards underneath the seat. Obviously water in a car, bad news, electrics, corrosion and all the other good stuff. Okay, so very quickly, just to describe to you, this is an electric sunroof model, but I guess the manual model is exactly the same. The problem I've been having, and I'll show you on this side, is the sunroof is not draining properly. So this is the sunroof channel, and this is what happens. I shall fill this with water, and you can see the water is just sitting there, and what it's doing inside the car, hopefully you'll be able to see it, possibly, you can see it's dripping down here, and you might very well see in a minute a couple of drips dripping down here. Okay, you can see it's all soaking wet. It's not draining. Okay, actually this is going a little bit more, but this might be because I've already unblocked this one a little bit and had the other day. Now, how it should go is something like this. This is a good drain, and this is one that I've done earlier. Now I'm just going to show you this. Watch how quick the water drains out of this one. And very quickly. Okay, so what's happening is in the corner of the sunroof, on both corners in the front, if we look down here, is a drain hole. You can just about see it. My finger is just pointing to the end of it there. Tiny little drain hole. There's one in each corner at the front there, and one obviously corresponding down there. Now what it does is there is a small plastic tube which runs down underneath the bodywork, down the front of the A-pillar, which comes down the front of the vehicle all the way down here. It's behind the trim so you can't see it, and it exits underneath here, which is just on the slam panel. Now basically, hopefully you can see off this inspection mirror, can you see the black rubber grommet there? Now let me just get my screwdriver on it. I'll explain this all to you in a minute, but basically look up there, here, I'm using an inspection mirror here. Hello pussycat, this is my cat, and there here is a rubber grommet, so my screwdriver is just on the end there. You see, very fiddly to get to, and basically that rubber grommet is about here on the bulkhead, so you can't physically see it. The only way you'll see it is with an inspection mirror, a little bit of a mirror, and there it is, that little round black lump. Now to get access to that, what you have to do is you have to take both windscreen wipers off. So you need to take them off the spindles, fairly straightforward. I think it's a 13mm nut, and then pull them up, and then you need to take the trim panel off, which are both in my garage here. So you've seen these before. This is just the trim panel, and that just pulls off a couple of windscreen wiper blades. Job's a good one, and that gives you access then basically to the front underneath the slam panel. Now there's two things that happen here. Is first of all, can you see the leaves that are accumulating here? See this hole? This is the drain hole. This is the main drain hole that allows water to go down and exit underneath the inner wing of the vehicle. So there's one there just by the strut, and on this side there's another one again, which is where my screwdriver is, down there. Now, two things. what happens is the sunroof, all the rubbish and mud etc. comes down here, all the way down, and the little rubber grommet on the bottom is kind of like a cat's eye. When you look at it, it's like a nip together. As the water comes, it just opens, and I think you heard it splashing out before. I'll show you that again. So I might see if I can just get the camera down here. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put the camera down here and I'll mount it, and then you can see the water splashing out. Let's have a look. See if we can get a demonstration without soaking my camera. Okay. Okay, so we can see the mirror, hopefully. Okay. I don't think we'll see the... I don't think we'll get to see it. Bear with me. Obviously it's a bit tricky. Where I lost the bugger. There she is. Okay. Got it. Watch this. Okay, so that's what should happen. We'll get to how to unblock it in a second. Now that water all drains down here into this area and fills sometimes this area here. If these drains are blocked as well, the water all collects up in here and it can spill over, and basically it can end up all getting underneath the heater channels along here, and it can make its way into the car there. So there are two things you need to check for with a blocked sunroof. Take this panel off, check that these drains are unblocked there, the main ones, and also check that the little rubber little drain end is draining sufficiently. Now, on my vehicle, they're not draining, they're blocked. So basically what you need to do is you need to get yourself something to stick down that little hole, the ones that are in the corner up here of the sunroof. And what I've done is I've just used some 1.5 twin and earth electrical wire. It's sufficiently stiff and rigid enough to stop it bending when it's inside the pipe, but it's also flexible enough to allow you to get it down. So basically this is what you do. Get up into the car. It's easier to stand on the sill. Open the door and stand on the sill. Find the hole. In it goes. Now what I've already done is I've pre-measured the wire down the bulkhead, so I know that when I get to about this point in the bend that the wire is basically all the way down. So you just feed it in all the way down, etc., like so, until it gets all the way down. When I said I've made it the right length and I've bent the wire, I mean, sorry for the terrible cameramanship here, but you'll get the idea. You see, I measured this out roughly about how long I thought it was and just put a bend in the wire. I found this the best thing. I used stainless steel wire, I used quite a different few things to poke down, but nothing really did the job. This was perfect. 1.5 twin and earth cable, about I guess probably about 3 or 4 feet. Okay, so once that's done, that should be all draining nicely, and you shouldn't get any water in the car. Now, why does the water get in the car if the main drain is blocked? Like I said, because it overspills in this area. This all fills with water and it all pours out into the vehicle when it shouldn't do. If the sunroof drain is blocked, what happens is this tube, the one that comes down here, sits in that rubber boot. Now that rubber boot, I guess, is, you know, a few inches long, and the tube sits down in the rubber boot. The rubber boot gets full of crap and rubbish, and what happens is you pour water down, the rubber boot fills up, and then it pours out over the edge of the rubber boot where the pipe goes in. It's not a very good seal. It comes down the back of the dashboard, drips into the carpet, soaks the carpet, and then gets the front carpet wet, and like I said, it transverses through to the back to get the rear carpet wet as well. Now both sides are very similar. The passenger side on this car, there's another rubber one up there. I haven't blocked that one, sorry, I haven't unblocked that one yet, so I'm just about to do that. Okay, I hope this helps. It's a bit of a long video, but better you watch it and you do it properly and get it all done. Once I've done it, I'm going to aim to probably do this every year. If I was you, I would try and do it at least sort of once a year or so, ideally sort of pre-winter. Well, obviously if you live in an area like I do with lots of leaves and things, best to do it probably more regular. Alright, thanks for watching, and I hope this has helped. Cheers, thanks very much, bye bye.